Hello guys, welcome back. This is IELTS Speaking, part 2. We have a cue card question here. We're going to read the question and also try to give a sample answer. So stay put and be ready. So in this part, we are going to read the question, whereby in the examination, we usually have 1 minute to prepare for the question and obviously between 1 to 2 minutes to answer the question. The examiner will be listening to you carefully and take some notes and give you some points, but also they're going to see if you have missed any part, so you should be concerned very much about that, and they'll ask you the question about it. Just focus on the topic and make sure that you talk about something that have been asked to. If you happen to go outside the topic, that's not a problem, as long as you're not talking completely about something else. Without further ado, let's get started. The question requires to describe a conversation that changed your opinion. You should say who you talked to, what the conversation was about, why your opinion changed, and explain why the conversation was memorable. The first thing that we're going to do here is trying to create your notes, which is not a must-do thing, but it's a time where we think about the question. So if you think you can think about the answer without taking notes, it's okay. But if you think, or you're like me, who prefers to write little notes here, then you can do so. And remember that when you're making conversation, you should try to speak naturally. Don't try to answer one question after another in order. Just understand the whole information, what they want from you, and answer it naturally by trying to give examples and instances that are going to support your point. So I'm going to talk about the conversation that I had with my young brother. Okay, so I'm gonna say young bro here. Why bro? Okay, so what the conversation was about, as a big brother, obviously, we love talking about the future, the goals, dreams. My opinion changed about young people nowadays, believing that some of them could be really determined to be successful. They're not as lazy as a lot of people might think. And this conversation was memorable because it brought us closer, I would say. So I know the details of the information, and these little notes only help me to remember what I'm supposed to be talking about. So you don't have to write long sentences. And this isn't something that you're only going to do in the examination. Whenever you're practicing for this exam, this is the part that you should also be practicing how to take good notes or how to think about the question. So take your time, your 1 minute to prepare for this. And once you're done, your examiner is going to allow you to start answering the question, not more than 1 minute, by the way. So it's not up to you, it's about the time. So the time is very specific. You can't take more than 1 minute. So I'm going to start giving my sample answer. I have a young brother, and he is about 23 years old. He had just graduated from university. He graduated last year, and he has been moving between jobs, trying to get early experiences. And I hadn't talked to him for a very long time because I was living abroad, so our conversations were not very long. We were just checking each other, trying to know if we were good, and those kind of typical things that usually brothers talk to and talk about when they are not very close to each other. So a few days ago, I had a long phone call with him, and I asked him about his future and his dream. What does he want for himself, and whether he needed any kind of advice. So he talked to me about what he wants from the future. He wants to be an entrepreneur. He wants to open his own company. He's working on some projects. He wants to be an inventor and all those kind of beautiful technological things. And he has really, really great ideas, and he has already started to get in touch and talk to people from different parts of the country. And he has proofs of meeting these people, talking to them, and obviously the conversation that he's making is helps me to understand that he knows what he's talking about. So this conversation was really important, and it was memorable because I had a chance to share my experience with him, because I had been through the same path of trying to learning new things, trying to do things differently. My background is engineering, coming from engineering to tutoring, different skills, is me taking advantage of my ability to learn and teach fast. So I told him that whenever you are trying to do something, you shouldn't just think about it, or take a very long time to think for something that might fail. So it's usually better to have your feet on the ground by trying to actually do it and see if it works for you, if it doesn't work for you, and you're going to learn most things along the way. And that helped him to realize that no matter how big your idea is, it doesn't mean anything if you're never going to put it to practice. So this made him very excited, and he promised me to start with the small ideas, trying to put them out there and try to actually get something out of it. And as he goes and do all these amazing things and amazing projects, he should always be trying to get to connect with investors, try to actually execute his ideas and create his prototypes, and make sure that he has all the rights to protect his prototypes, and it doesn't have to be something very complicated from the beginning. So that's what we talked about, and I was glad that I called him, and he was glad that we talked about it, and he promised me no member of our family had ever talked to him and asked him about his future, or worrying about what he's trying to do in the future. And at that moment, I realized that even small conversations for you might be a life-changing conversation to another person. And I knew the importance of talking to relatives and trying to understand what are their dreams from the future and what they want to do with their future themselves. So yeah, that's the end of my answer. Sometimes the answers could be longer, more than 2 minutes, and this is not your job. You're not a timekeeper. As long as you talk about the most important part and give good examples, when the time is up, they could stop you. And when they stop you, it doesn't mean you've done something wrong. It means the time is up and they have to move forward. They have got what they wanted. And not every question, every sentence is supposed to be perfect for you to score high score. It's the average of what you have done throughout the speaking examination. Mistakes are there. They're normal. Even right now, as a professional, giving you a sample answer might be making little mistakes, or sometimes not being fluent in some places. This is very normal. In normal native conversation, these things also happen. So you shouldn't be too much concerned with these little things. You have to focus on the average, because they're trying to get everything out of you, the way you're answering part 1, part 2, part 3, the way you're making your sentences, how fluent you are, your awareness, and all these good things are going to sum up into the points that you're going to get at the end of the day. So one mistake, one slip, one wrong sentence doesn't determine everything that you're going to have from that examination. So be confident, speak your heart, and express yourself freely. So this is the end of this video. I'm looking forward to seeing you more in our next videos. If you have any questions, just drop it in the comments. And if you want more information about what we're doing, I'm going to share the link that will help you to access more of our resources. Best of luck.